The Missouri House fights it out over the 2014 fiscal forecast.
Another MU employee faces criminal charges after a brief standoff with police.
And the mother of the man who allegedly created a decade of despair for 3 women speaks out. KOMU 8 News First at 5 starts now.
Live from Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News First at 5.
Missouri lawmakers took a few more steps toward a state budget today. Good afternoon, I'm Angie Bailey.
And I'm Brittany Pieper. House members spent much of the day debating and voting on their version of the budget. KOMU 8's Nick Chabaria is live at the Capitol and tells us what was decided. Nick?
Major budget discussions wrapped up at about 3:30 this afternoon. House members voted on and approved 13 major bills concerning the $25 billion proposed budget. Here are some of the highlights from those bills that were passed today. Members voted on and approved a $66 million funding increase for Missouri K-12 schools and a $25 million increase for state universities and colleges. And now the bills approved in the House today are headed to the Senate, where they will get voted on once again. A finalized budget must be on Governor Nixon's desk by tomorrow in order to meet the budget deadline. Reporting live from the Capitol, Nick Chabaria, KOMU 8 News.
A 21-year-old soldier from New Bloomfield passed away while serving in Kuwait. Services for Private First Class Charles McClure will be held this Saturday in Waynesville with military honors following in Fort Leonard Wood. McClure died from injuries sustained in a vehicle accident.
We've learned today that just this week, police arrested not 1 but 2 MU employees in separate incidents. Yesterday, we reported Columbia police arrested Tyler Hack, an MU Parks and Rec and Tourism assistant teaching professor. Hack's charged with first-degree burglary and first-degree sexual assault. This comes after he allegedly broke into his neighbor's house at Lake Broadway Townhomes early Wednesday morning. It turns out earlier in the week, Monday night, Angel Anderson of Centralia was also taken into custody by police. She's facing charges of first-degree assault, trespassing, and assault of an officer. On top of that, resisting arrest, possession of a synthetic cannabinoid, and 2 counts of armed criminal action. Police say a neighbor in the blue house, shown here, called police complaining of music loudly blasting from Anderson's home Monday night. When police got there, they say they witnessed Anderson screaming obscenities.
The defendant, from the inside of her door, inside her front door, yelling at the officer, "Get off my porch, I'll kill you."
Following the threat, Dungeon said the officer entered the home and found Anderson swinging a gold bowling pin in a threatening way. The officer then took her into custody. She posted a $125,000 bond from the Boone County Jail. After her release, police say they found a small black cylinder in the cell containing a green synthetic cannabis. The MU News Bureau told KOMU 8 News both MU employees arrested this week still have their job as of now, and they are not commenting further on the situation.
What are the needs of Columbia's low-income families? Some University of Missouri students hit the streets to find out. KOMU 8's Micah Smith joins us live from the presentation happening now with details on their findings. Micah?
The students surveyed more than 130 residents to hear about the biggest challenges that low-income families searching for affordable housing face. It's a requirement by the federal government that Columbia conduct a survey every 5 years in exchange for grant money. Community Development Block Grant and Home Funds are awarded each year. The fund results will also help the city identify affordable housing goals for next year. We'll have more details on the presentation at 9 and 10. Reporting live in Columbia, Micah Smith, KOMU 8 News.
Well, the mom of a man charged in the Ohio hostage case speaks out about her son's actions. And a man once trusted to prevent sexual assault is in court today for perpetrating the crime he worked to try to stop. KOMU 8's Jen Lask has your look around the nation.
The mother of an Ohio man charged with kidnapping, raping, and holding 3 women hostage for a decade says her son is sick. Ariel Castro faced those charges in a Cleveland courtroom this morning. He's on jail on an $8 million bond. Castro's mother, Lillian Rodriguez, speaking in Spanish, told reporters she's sorry for the pain her son has caused and that she's also suffering. The prosecutor is considering the death penalty in the case. Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Krasinski and his attorney made no comment as they entered the Arlington, Virginia courthouse today. The former head of the Air Force Sexual Assault Prevention and Response Unit is charged with misdemeanor sexual battery. He is accused of accosting a woman in a parking lot and groping her early Sunday morning. The Air Force removed Krasinski from his post after learning of his arrest. An effort to boost internet access for airplane passengers is taking off. The Federal Communications Commission voted unanimously to begin the process of freeing up more ground-to-air wireless spectrum for in-flight broadband use. Such a move could make in-flight web surfing faster and cheaper. The FCC will begin by hearing public comments on the issue. And that's your look around the nation.
Rescuers are searching for a man and woman off the coast of Australia who they believe fell off of a Carnival cruise ship. No one noticed the two people disappeared until the Carnival Spirit docked in Sydney Harbor at the end of a 10-day cruise. New South Wales police say surveillance video shows the couple, a woman in her 20s and a 30-year-old man, falling from the ship's deck Wednesday night. The ship was 65 nautical miles off the coast. Pakistani police say 5 people fell to their deaths trying to escape a burning government building today. According to local media, the 5 people died trying to escape the smoke and flames by rope. The fire broke out on the 7th floor and quickly left people stranded. And a freight train carrying hazardous chemicals derailed in Russia today, injuring dozens and forcing the evacuation of more than 2,000 people. The train wrecked about 620 miles southeast of Moscow. The derailment caused an explosion, forcing people out of their beds as the train caught fire. The fire destroyed most of the 69 cars on the train. Russian authorities have not disclosed what chemicals the train was carrying.
Now here's Rosie with a look at our mixed bag. Sunshine, then rain, then clouds. What else we got left for today, Rosie?
We've got everything, Angie. That's right. We've just run what's happening not just tonight, but in your next 8 days in total. That's going to be coming up in just a few minutes.
The Columbia salons using glitz and glam to make the big night very special for some high school girls.
And for the first time in 50 years, Americans are popping fewer pills. Find out why in today's Your Health segment.
And there's a live look over the lake. A little bit of sun peeking out there. It's 5:08. This is